Hello, lovelies. It's Robin here. Welcome to my channel, Oracle Rising. So I'm going to talk about divine protection in action today, and I hope you guys really enjoy this video. I'm really looking forward to your feedback on which of these points that I'm about to discuss resonates with you. As always, let me know if I've missed anything in this list. I've got 8 things that are signs of being divinely protected. Okay, so divine protection comes from your higher self. It comes from the universe, or if you want to call it God, whoever it is that you worship as a deity. This could be angels, archangels, elementals, that they're fairies and sprites, Elohim. So there's so many sources of divinity protecting us on our daily lives. So we just might not be able to interpret them, or we could be in such a rush that we are not paying attention to them. Okay, so I'm going to give you a few things to really give you some insight into how the universe is trying to protect you. Okay, so the first thing that I have here is like creeping thoughts, like second thoughts about something, where you could be like in a situation and you think, oh, this is great, or you meet somebody and oh, they're such an amazing person, but then you get a bit of a whisper, okay, or you get that. Basically, it feels like intuition that things on the surface don't really match the vibration that is actually coming from the person or the scenario. Okay, so you really need to learn how to trust that intuition, that inner guidance, the protection from the universe. Okay, and there is a difference between your inner saboteur, which is basically a constant stream of negativity in your consciousness, and then the protection of your own intuition and your guides coming in. Okay, so your guides are very gentle, they are very caring, and your inner saboteur is not. Okay, so there's a difference between your inner saboteur telling you, and I just saw angel number 222, your inner saboteur telling you that you can't do this, that person is too good for you, and these sort of second whispering thoughts saying you maybe want to think a little bit deeper about that, or find out a little bit more about somebody before you commit yourself into any sort of a relationship with them. Okay, so that one can be a little bit tricky, and it might take you a little bit of practice. Okay, so the second thing that I have on the list for you guys is a sensation of overwhelming emotions. Okay, so as an empath, I get this frequently, overwhelming emotion, like possibly a revulsion about a situation, or complete joy about a situation. And this is your inner guidance system working along with your team in spirit to show you exactly how you feel. Okay, so certain people and situations can leave you feeling completely drained, or they can uplift you. Okay, so you really have to watch your energy level and your emotions when it comes to meeting people or going into a situation. So you got to listen to your emotions as well, because your emotions are a guidance system. So the third thing that I have for you guys is what I called a goose walking on your grave. And are you guys familiar with that phrase at all, or is it a Canadian thing? I don't know, but you get this sort of like, what was that? It can also be like, feel like a bit of a glitch in the matrix. Okay, so just that is a wake-up call when you feel that kind of a goose flesh, or like a bit of a shake or a shimmy that is uncontrollable. It's trying to tell you something. Readjust how you are absorbing the energy of the situation. Are you reading things right? Because sometimes we want things to work out so well for us that we're missing the cues from our divine guidance system, or our team in spirit that is always available to protect and help and assist and provide love. Okay, so another thing that I have for you guys is watching electrical pulses. Okay, energetic shifts, how the room can change in energy when a certain person walks into it, or how you react to the energy in a room. This could also be like power surges happening. It could be possibly even lightning. It could be candles flickering. It could be a light bulb, like kind of just burning really bright and then losing its filament. Is that what it's called? That thing in the middle of it? Okay, so really watch for electricity, because everything is energy. Okay, so you really got to pay attention to stuff like that as well. Again, it's cues from your divinity team. This is, again, angels, archangels, your guardian angel, ancestors, everybody on the other side of the veil or in different dimensions, like your higher self and dragons, trying to send you a message. Hey, you got to really check this out and think about it a little bit more deeply. Okay, so this one I find is super annoying, the next thing I'm going to talk about, but it is actually something that is designed to help you. And this is misplacing things. Okay, you're ready to leave the house and you've lost your keys, or where did you put your coffee that you prepared for your drive? You're going to work or wherever. Can't find your handbag, can't find your wallet, can't find the shoes that you wanted to wear with your slamming outfit. So one of the first things you could think is that I'm actually going to be late. Like I'm going to freak out if I can't find this, and you get really flustered. But if you look at it in a different way, it's like, okay, I need this additional minute or 5 minutes or whatever it's going to be, so that the congestion or the, like a traffic congestion or any sort of situation, you're going to miss it. Okay, so you're just not going to be stuck in it the way that you would have if you had not lost your keys, your wallet, your purse, your shoes, or whatever, your cell phone, which is a big one for me. Where's my phone? You know what I mean? So misplacing things is actually an act of love from the universe. So try not to get too flustered. Just like sit back and go, okay, I am being protected in this moment from what I don't know. Okay, so I want to stop and say something here too quickly, that even though we are being divinely protected from things going wrong in our life, it doesn't mean that things are not going to happen, because things are bound to happen. We have good experiences, we have bad experiences, and that's kind of part of your soul contract. So you're not always going to be guided away from things and mishaps and meeting inappropriate people, because sometimes people are put in your life to help you, even if they are a nuisance, or even if it is like something that is very unpleasant. Okay, so it's a very complex thing, but once you start tapping into your divine protection team, your team in spirit, things should be a little bit easier for you to tell apart from what is just being, something that is a pain or something that is actually on your side, helping you navigate your life. Okay, so the next thing I have for you guys, and I always talk about this, angel numbers. Okay, your angels are always talking to you through numbers. Okay, so really pay attention when you see angel numbers. I like to drop everything unless I'm driving and look, what does that angel number mean for me right now? And it doesn't have to be 2 numbers or 3 numbers or 4 numbers, repeating. It can be a combination of numbers that strike you and just say, well, I've never noticed that before. Or why am I keep seeing that same number sequence over and over and over again? That is a message. And, sometimes the messages are really uplifting when you go to interpret them from an angel number website. And some of them are like very cautionary. So start really paying attention to angel numbers. I cannot stress that enough. And the next thing that I have for you guys is visions. Okay. Sometimes you get these while you're sleeping and you're like, well, that was a really weird dream. Or you could just stop and have a moment and have a picture of something that is about to happen. And you might just sort of like blow it off and not realize that it is actually your team in spirit providing you with a glimpse into the future. Okay, so this one is very, very, it can be a little bit scary. It can just be a little bit odd. It can be something that you're like, oh, I'm just being silly. But I'm going to give you guys a really strong example of how this works. Okay, so was it early last summer? I went to walk Lacey, okay, and I was leaving and I had a particular direction in mind that I was going to go, and I had a vision of something happening, and my angels were telling me, maybe you need to choose a different way to walk. But I thought, well, that's just ridiculous. And for me, that was just, I don't know why I didn't listen to that. I don't know why I didn't pay attention to the vision. So I ended up going the way that I originally planned instead of going the opposite direction. And we actually got attacked by a very large dog, okay? And my dog was injured. She ended up having to go to the vet. She had a situation where she was just covered in bite marks. It was horrendous, okay? It was horrific. You guys know how much I love my dog, and I know you guys that have fur babies, you love your animals as well. But, this could have happened. It was just mind-blowing to me. And I came home after I settled down after she went to the vet. She's 100% okay. She was not okay for a couple months, but she's okay now. And I was like, wow, I was really given the blessing of that sort of second sight, that vision. And I don't know why I didn't listen to it, but that's what happened when I didn't pay attention to seeing that vision, okay? So you can call visions into your life as well, you guys, through meditation, through purposeful breath work. For me, tarot cards, I use tarot cards, and sometimes I see tunnels opening up and I can see actual visions of things that are happening. And that's how I do my readings as well. So for some reason, I just decided to disregard my own connection to my own divine protection team and paid the price. And so did Lacey. So, that's just such a 100% clear account of why didn't I take advantage of that? And I should have slowed down and not been in such a rush and just gone, okay, I need to listen to that and go a different direction. But anyway, guys, if you are experiencing any of these things, just really take a beat and sit back and go, okay, well, I need to figure out a different way of doing things, or just go with the flow, go with the interruption, understand that, I'm not going crazy. This is something I'm being gifted with, and hopefully take you in a direction where there is reduced harm or no harm, or, getting someplace unscathed. So anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap it up, and I'm sending love and light. Take care. Bye.